Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, and welcome back to Chellington Farm. Alright, we've got a couple things going on today. As you can probably tell already, we have minus $1,031, which is not good. So unfortunately, what we're going to do first is, not unfortunately I suppose, but one of the things we're going to do first is turn that down just a tinsy-wincy bit. There we go. And we're going to go sell a load of barley. First off. So, let's just get lined up to our trailer here. There we go. And let's check to see what our stores are like. We should have quite a bit, actually. Yeah, we have 219,000 liters of barley. So let's come underneath here, which is... there's actually... It seems like there's actually two different ways you can get grain. You can get it from there, or if you want to go more the traditional route, I guess in England. I don't know if that's traditional or not, but you can also, you should be able to take it out of this right here. Should be in the keyword, of course. I haven't tried personally, and I don't want to try. It's something I just don't enjoy if I don't have to do it. So let's go ahead and get some barley. So we'll take a load of barley, and while that's filling up, we'll just check the prices. Canola is, of course, the most expensive, as per usual. Barley at the shop. What else do we have here? Is that it? We only have two places on this map? No. Yep. That's what it is. Apparently there's only two places. Did not realize that. So, let's take this to the shop, I guess, then. What's going to be the best way to... let's just do a turn right here. We should be able to make this turn. Ooh, no, apparently not. I thought we'd be able to, but I guess we're not going to be able to. There we go. We'll just back that up that way. And then we should be able to make the turn now. One can only hope. There we go. That's better. So, once again, people always ask, what mod is it that I have that turns the camera when I actually turn the steering wheel? Again, it's called Better Keyboard Steering. That's what the mod's called. Alright. Now, does that mod actually work now? Yes. So I did pick up the mod that that turns off your indicators when you have made the turn. Right, we're in England. Oh, no. Apparently that car wanted to just get really close. Is this car gonna wait for me? Nope. Okay, I think we're safe to go now. Anyway, so the mod I got was the automatic turns off your signals. It's a really simple mod. But all it does basically is turn your camera, or not turn your camera, turn your indicators off once you've made the turn. Once your steering wheel has centered, basically. I also installed the faster traffic mod, so the traffic goes a little bit faster now. I'm not sure how much faster. I should double check that actually. Maybe it's not faster. Looks like it's only doing 30 kilometers an hour. I thought it was increased the speed up until 50, but maybe there's something I missed. I don't know, I didn't look into it very much, to be honest with you. But I have that, but I didn't have a double check. You may need to be unpacked or something like that. I'm not sure. Because it looks like this car's only doing 30. Oh well. That's the way it goes sometimes. So hopefully this will give us a little bit of money. It will give us money. It's a question of how much money we will actually get. If you recall from the previous episode, I mentioned the fact that I will deal with the situation with the grain, and what I did was I'll call it hiring a contractor, and we were able to harvest some of our fields, as you can see. This is the right direction, isn't it? Yeah. I harvested some of the fields, the contractor. So we have done 8, 11, 6, but we still have 9, 17, and 15 that need to be dealt with, so we'll have to bring the contractor back in to do that. There we go. Excellent. So, it's interesting. Not too long ago, where was I? Not too long ago, what happened was, is this the... No, I think it needs to be the other way around. Or is it? Yeah, it's the other way around. Anyways, what I was going to say was, I want to do this first, just to weigh in, just because I'm kind of curious. What is it stuck on? Oh. 24 it says. Probably didn't need to do that on the way in. Anyhow, so what I noticed was I was taking a train via Rail Canada. Fantastic way to travel. I'm a big fan of Via Rail. Well, trains in general, but Via Rail is a really nice way to travel around Canada. You get to see a lot of countryside if you travel by train. All right, how much money are we gonna make? Oh, at least we made 1,000. 2,000, 3,000, maybe 4.5, 5. Just over 5. Excellent. Oh, apparently that's it looks like the scale actually measures when you're at the sell point. And that's what it looks like. It said 12,000, so let's see if it's still 12,000 or 17. Oh, it was 17. Interesting. So that's 6,000. So right now we have, let's just check our equipment. So we might sell some more grain, not sure yet. We have a seeder, a rake, baler, wrapper. Yes, but we can't actually do anything with the wrapped bales that we have at the moment. So maybe what we'll do is we'll sell a little bit more grain, and is any cars coming? Nope, looks like we're good. Maybe what we'll do is we'll sell a little bit more grain, and then we'll see how much money we end up with. A couple people suggested various things. One of the things that was suggested in terms of front loaders was to get the JCB skid steer. That was one option. Another one of the options is JCB skid steer. This guy right here. It's $50,000 for a skid steer, which I can only use for front load stuff. So I'm a little hesitant to pick that up. Another person suggested, which one was it? Someone suggested the John Deere 6810, which is no. Where are they? Some people suggested the two-wheel drive version. This guy right here, 55 horsepower. It's a front loader. And someone also suggested John Deere 6810. These guys right here, at 135 horsepower. Versus what was the other one? The 5 Series, this one right here at 18. So this is a really cheap version, but I think if I were to go in England, I would probably use a 4-wheel drive just because of how wet it is. So that's $20,000. So we should be able to make that with selling our barley, I suspect. So I think what we'll do is we'll go for that smaller John Deere at 55 horsepower. And then from there what we'll do is we'll have to deal with those bales of well, they're not silage yet. We'll have to check on that actually, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that was the option that people suggested. Those are the options people suggested. Some people suggested the JCB wheel loader. Can't justify it yet. Actually, in the end, let's just see. That requires 180. That requires at least 90. That requires 70. This requires probably something similar to that. It might actually make more sense to get the 6810, just because it does have 135 horsepower. Then we can actually use it for something else other than just front loading. So that might be a better option in terms of usability. Although that is like a $40,000 difference, which is the only problem. So what I'll do is I'll sell a couple more loads of grain, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, just finished unloading the last load there. And now we're just heading back to the farm. And as you can see, we ended up with $65,000, barely, but unfortunately did deplete pretty much all of our barley quantities. So I'm gonna have to take that in consideration. Now, one thing that you have to remember is that once we actually get the front loader, we actually need the front loader arms as well. So that's something I need to think about. And if I do get the John Deere 6810, that's not going to leave us a lot of extra room for the arms themselves and the implement. I don't think the implement's very expensive, although I'm really not sure. Let's just check real quick. Let's pull over to the side of the road here for a second. There we go. Let the traffic by, hopefully. And let's see what we got. Front loaders. So we need, so it's 5,000 for those, and we're looking for these, which is 1,700. 54. I want to say I have some modded ones that are cheaper than that. Nope, apparently they are not cheaper. Nope, they're about the same price anyways, so doesn't make a difference. And what about in miscellaneous? Cancel, back. I don't want to buy that. Oof, that was close. Do I have anything over here that would even work? No. Looks like that is a no. Okay. Yeah, so what we're looking at is if we get the John Deere 6810, which is this one right here. Where are we here? This guy right here. That leaves us $700 for the other parts. Now the problem with that is that would work perfectly because it does allow us to use that tractor with some other implements as well. Whereas this, we could only use it for front loading, I guess, and that's it. I don't think we have any other front loaders. We have this one, but that's not powerful enough for everything basically. And I think those ones are too expensive. I didn't check these ones to see if they actually had front loader capabilities or not. And they're all the rest of them are too expensive basically. Actually, that's 85 horsepower. This one's 48. That's 115. Actually, that might work really well. That might work really well. Luckily, there's no one there. One of the nice things about it is the fact that it does pause. What's nice for traffic, at least, but one of the things that always threw me off, I remember when I first started playing this game, one of the things that always threw me off was the fact that you had to, like, when you were in the shop screen, nothing else went on. So, nothing progressed at all, which always threw me off. Initially, now it doesn't bother me at all, but initially it was just like the strangest thing. At least that's my opinion. Alright, so coming up on our turn up here on the left, and then we'll head into the yard and we'll put this trailer away for the time being. There we go. Make sure it's nice and even like. There we go. Perfect. And where should we put this? I think I have a spot just right around here. Yeah. I think right there should be perfect. One of the things that I always found a bit funny about this map was the crows, because they are very prominent when you're in the yard. And I suppose it's the same thing in real life. I'm honestly not 100% sure about that, but I know a lot of farms, when you spread manure or something like that, you will definitely hear the crows and seagulls. Let's just turn this off for a second here. Alright, what do we have in here? We need that. We need a trailer as well to be able to haul the bales. That might be helpful as well. We can stack them, but we can't haul them yet. So let me think about this, and I'll come back in a second. Alright, and we're back. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and buy the John Deere 6810, just because I think it's a better option. no one suggested this case right here, this Case IH JXU 115. I don't even know if that's European or not. Anyhow, but what we'll do is we'll get the John Deere 6810. That's a pretty good option. I think this one is nice, but it just doesn't have the horsepower, because lots of hills in this map as well, so if I need to haul anything with it, it might not be the best option for it. So that's the other reason why. Maybe one of these eventually would be nice, one of the timber ones, but we'll go with this guy right here. So it doesn't leave us with very much money, but what we'll do is we'll have to sell a little bit more grain and maybe sell our cultivator or something like that. So let's go ahead and buy that guy right there. Perfect. So, as I said, it doesn't leave us with much money, but there you go. So this is this is one of the very first John Deeres that came out in FS15. One of the really nice ones as well. Did a really good job with the inside, and it's nice and like it's set back a little bit. I used this one on one of the other maps I played on a long time ago. What seems like a long time ago, I guess now, but really it's not that long ago. So this is the John Deere 6810. And we'll just put the 4-wheel drive on, put them all on, sure. I'll take a little bit of a drive back. As you can see, it is a very nice looking tractor on the inside as well. Got a nice sound, which is nice. Cool little indicators. There we go. I guess this is one way we can go back to the farm. I wasn't intending to go this way, but I suppose that'll work. So what we'll do is we'll drive this back to the farm, and I think that'll be the last act for today. I don't know, the other tractor would have been probably a bit better. Like I mentioned, we do need to still need to buy the front loader section for this and the implements. I think it's another $7,000 or so, but we'll figure that out. I'm not terribly worried about it at this particular time yet, but we'll figure something out. There's our chickens, apparently, is where we sell our chicken eggs, I think. Right over there. Haven't done much in the way of haven't raised chickens much at all, actually, now that I think about it. This tractor is a bit slower than the Fendt, unfortunately, but it will get the job done. The Fendt is much more powerful, of course. It's got, you know, I don't know how many more horsepower. I guess 200 almost, I think. So there's all our silage bales. Actually, what we'll do, we'll just pull over to the side here for a second. And we'll go check the fermentation of those bales. Let's just hop through the bush there. What are we at here? There's still grass, 10% fermented, so we still need to go another 90%. So they're not quite there yet. It looks like nope, not quite there yet. Still fermenting. Grass is growing a little bit as well. It looks like. And let's go wait for this car. There we go. And then we'll just drive back. There we go. Whoops. Alright, so, like I said, I'll figure something out for the front loader and the other thing. I think what I might do is I sell that cultivator that we're not going to use, because the seeder we have is actually a direct seeder, so we actually don't need to we don't need to cultivate at all unless we plant potatoes or corn, I suppose. And right now we don't have the equipment to do either of those things, so for the time being it might just make more sense just to sell it and then pick one up a little bit later on. Maybe something a bit bigger, because I think that's like a small little 4-meter cultivator, and I think that would be a little it would probably take a long time to cultivate some of these larger fields. It's kind of funny, it's on this map it's a bit deceiving. Like some of the fields, because they're all surrounded by, you know, greenery and fences and whatnot, they don't seem very large. But then once you start driving around and actually doing some field work, you realize how large the fields actually are. As you can see, that's been combined as well, harvested. And just about everything has been harvested. Not everything, there's a couple fields still. So we'll need to hire out a contractor for that, of course, as I mentioned before. go. Don't know why I'm indicating off of a road like this. I don't think this has a front. No, it doesn't have the front linkage. And I think we have an extra weight somewhere. I bet you it's at the shop. Let's see. Oops. Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, no, I can see it over there. It's right over here. Tucked away, right in the corner here. And I think this is where we have... Yeah, that's where the baler is. So, the nice thing about this tractor is we can actually use the baler on it. The other 5 Series tractor, we couldn't use the baler. So, not very advantageous to actually have it, so to speak. Because what would happen is we could only do front loader work with it. At least with this one we can do some other stuff with it as well. Let's put the weight right there just so we know where it is. Excellent. So I think what I'll do is I will have to find out a place to put find out how to deal with the issue of the front loader section. But we'll see. What do you think we should do? What do you think we should do with the front loader? I think we should sell the cultivator? What do you think? I think that's a really early option. Selling the cultivator or downsizing our rake, I suppose, is one of the other options we could potentially have or use. That's at our discretion, so one of those two. Anyways, folks, that'll be it for me for today. My name is Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2015, coming at you from Chellington Farm. And if you enjoyed yourself, why don't you go ahead and hit that share button? I'd really appreciate that. Catch you guys later.